Hey everyone, we made it here at CME Traveling's Daily Coffee Talk. I'm Marsha. That's Curt.
Hey, good morning.
Yay!
Good morning.
TGI.
Everybody got their coffee, tea, whatever they're going to have this morning. Something to wake themselves up, an energy drink.
I've been up since
nudge,
4.
little kick in the honey,
Oh.
aft.
So,
Yeah.
I hope everybody has a very long weekend. I hope everybody gets Monday off.
Some of them we already
and
know.
And you already
working.
had the weekend off. I know some of us are working, and,
Yep.
and it's going to suck, but I hope some of us have the weekend off and maybe going to travel, take a cruise somewhere nice.
Or just travel,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
stay at home vacation.
So let's jump into our question real quick so I can explain it a little better using verbal words than I could typing it.
We had it. We had the question.
Anyway.
Didn't we?
We did.
Wait a minute.
In the shower, I came up with this question.
Yeah, she did.
Fred didn't write the question down, so by the time we got in here, my brain had forgotten what it was. But I was thinking,
She said she
compared to when you were younger, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know, think about your travel with your parents and when you were a kid.
Well, there's some in here, and some of them that are probably just in their 30s. It's probably not changed a whole lot, but there's some in here
like us.
Like us.
Old.
Yeah.
Some
are 50 plus, some are 30 plus.
Even if you're 40 plus, and, I think you could answer this.
Things have changed. I'll tell you, one that just now hit me was, GPS has changed because you used to have to buy a GPS, and now it's even built in on your phone.
But guess what? When I was driving,
back when
I grew up,
I'll tell you,
I had to study a map before my dad would let me go anywhere. He made me sit and study a map and make sure I knew how to get there and knew how to get back. He wrote the directions down too, but I had to make sure I knew what I was doing.
I love studying maps anyway. I never had no problem. Geography is something I just love. But I also I drove a truck through years and stuff like that, and traveled. My family traveled.
I thought of a couple other things. Are you ready?
Yeah.
SPF 100 spray.
Oh, so we're talking about all together, not just traveling like
when you go to the beach, when you go to that's travel.
That is something that has improved a lot.
The rash guards that you wear, the long sleeve rash guards that you wear, that you don't get burned. And I say that because I got burned when I was little because I didn't, nobody wants to get back out of the water. No kid wants to get back out of the water and reapply that stuff.
My mama used to lay in a tanning bed. She would be brown as before we even went. We've even done it. Yeah.
We've done that, but not as a child. I didn't. So that's tanning. That's right. Tanning has been. You can get tanning beds pretty much in your home now, or you can go to a tanning place. That's something different because it's not fun to burn. It's just not.
When I was a kid, I don't remember it, but as I got I was teenage years, they started having tanning beds and stuff like that. But
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the GPS being in the phone's one of the main things, and internet. I remember
internet.
Do you? I remember printing off map. What was it called? Map something, and it would tell you. MapQuest would tell you each place where to go to, and then you'd have a little diagram, and then you had to have that with you. Yeah. Now, when I was driving a truck, they started doing that for us. We kept it on file, like certain routes. Mm-hmm. Because it would be the same stops in case they had to share to someone. And cheaper flights. Flights people used to never fly that much, especially families didn't,
Well, and I think even cruising has become more economical. I'm not saying it's as cheap as it used to be. Okay, we know. Right. But like compared to, then and now, more people are able to cruise or take a vacation than before because we used to take one vacation a year and we thought we had done something. One big vacation.
Your last one right there that I just now saw that you put in there. Anyway, the question real quick is, what is better or more useful now than when you were younger or when years ago traveling or traveling when you were younger? Mm-hmm. Of course, a GPS, 16 of y'all say that so far, or 56% of y'all say that. Internet, cheaper flights, but using a card
instead of cash.
Well, I'll tell you what, number one, you can't get in a hotel
without a credit card now.
Without a credit card.
I want to throw this out there too about that cash and credit cards. Number one,
I don't like that.
You used to have to write checks a lot. Do you remember writing checks?
Oh.
And I don't know, but as a child, I hated sitting in the car in the heat while somebody went and paid for gas and came out and got the gas and get back in the car. Nowadays, you could just pop out, put the card in, pull the card out, and boom, you can put your cash in and keep on going. So those are things that
transit wise, it got a little, a lot of stuff
got better.
I always thought technology and stuff like that was really going to make us technically quicker at things, make it faster. But you have no more time now than you did then, though, for things.
That is not what we're talking. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Well, I'm just saying, though, but it does help. I never thought of it. I usually think that technology doesn't, but in this case right here, it does.
It does.
It does help.
Think about this. When we use our GPS and it tells us it's a cop, we slow down.
That's what I'm going with. I'm trying to say that actually, this is one of those cases where I think technology really helps. Let's go ahead and say some hellos.
Okay.
I see something right here.
Good morning, Jen Cohen. Thank you so much. Good morning, all. I'm on a plane waiting to take off for Florida, cruising tomorrow on the Celebrity Apex. Love the picture. Yes. Hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You have safe travels. Enjoy your flight and everything. She's waiting right there, man.
Enjoy. It just makes me smile.
She didn't even get the KMA thing.
Yeah, she didn't.
She really went past it and said, "I'm going to jump ahead and just tell them when I'm there."
I love it. Celebrity Apex too. That sounds like an amazing ship. You really enjoy yourself.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, Scott McNeil. Thanks for being here with us this morning.
Yes, thank you so much. And Eddie Lugo Studios. Thank you so much, Eddie. Eddie was saying he spent a lot of money yesterday. I figured he was on them breaks. And stuff. Yeah. Bone Tired Travelers, Denise. Hope you're doing very, very well this morning. And we have John Gaylor with us.
Good morning, John.
Yes. It's a cruise life.
Morning, folks.
Afternoon. And today, National Calendar or National Day Calendar, or whatever you call it.
I had to read that twice.
It's a PETA.
Happy PETA Day.
Yeah. Also, today is Good Friday. And those that it is very good. It's the crucifixion of the Christ is what it
for those who believe. Yep.
Yeah. Well, they should. Let's see. Midlife
Jeez, Curt, let me get the doll. I can see it's gonna be one of those days.
Good morning.
Good morning, Midlife Travels. Thanks for being here this morning with us.
Let's see. And Midlife Travel.
43 degrees here in southeast Oklahoma. High 77 degrees today.
It is 43 here right now.
So Curt's like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be warm today. It's gonna be 70s." And then he goes, "I'm putting my shirt on for my 70s," and he goes, "But it's gonna be really windy." Really windy. And
They said we're going to 20 and 30 mile an hour
gust. Good
morning, Jennifer.
Where you at now, Jennifer? Y'all back on the ship headed back home?
Where Jennifer is now.
I've seen some great pictures.
I was going to say she just put one on there yesterday. Let's see.
And Andrew has some on there too. Good morning, Chris.
Ohio Travels with Chris. Thank you so much for being here. And Bama Nolan Adventures. Good morning, Mom. I love you. Let's see, Controversial Cruising.
Good morning, Scott. Thanks for being here this morning.
Definitely the GPS. My wife refused to travel,
but to drive. Because she couldn't read the map. So she won't drive, but she's not helping you either, right?
Oh no, I don't know. I think she refused to drive. She couldn't read a map, so she didn't travel back then.
That's not what he's saying.
Oh, okay.
He's saying she wouldn't drive, but she wouldn't be the navigator either.
Oh.
Yeah. And can I tell you, even with the GPS, I still help Curt navigate.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say
because there are times, GPS would be like, "Ha, you just missed it. Turn around."
Her phone,
it's not a good GPS.
Android is not that great at, as far as I know,
it takes you off the beaten path. We'll just say that
it's not that great. Android ain't at all, from my experience with them. Or yours, just
it's
yours.
Okay now. I'm here. Thank goodness Orange Clone Vlogs here.
Thank you so much right there.
Thanks
and we have Dwayne in here. Thank
you
very much.
Good Dwayne. I'm sorry. Yep. Dwayne. Good morning, Dwayne. Thanks for being here this morning.
Yes. And we owe what's her name a play of
I know.
That. All right, we'll get to it. Make sure Jen. Cohen. We owe you something. Hold on just a minute if you don't
see tripping with Kim and Scott. Good morning.
Yes. Okay. And John Gaylor again right here. He said
invention of the remote control. My father would not let me leave the house because he needed someone to change channels. I remember that, John, having to get up and go push a button. Or do you remember the antenna and you had to keep moving it? And the things that people are born into today, they have no idea how hard it was on us old people when we were young.
Ahoy there, everybody.
Ahoy there. Old man Curt, who used maps on stone tablets, and Marsha, who looks more beautiful each year. Thank you so much, Captain Billy J. We appreciate you.
The orange cone.
I had a 7-county Rand McNally map book for Chicago. And unlike most men, I would stop and ask for directions.
I never was afraid to ask for directions. Still ain't afraid.
Yeah.
All right, here we're back around here to Jen.
We are
and I owe her.
Here we go, Jen. Here's your dance.
Boom, boom.
We may need to borrow Greg's dancing squirrels or something. That's hilarious. Okay. All right. It's done.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she
earned it. She earned it. She did.
She did.
Orange Cone Vlog. Jen, long time no see. How are you doing?
Yeah, I hope she's doing very well. There's your mama, Jackie. Love you.
Good.
Thank you for being in here.
Morning,
Hope you're doing very, very well.
Hope Danny's doing well.
We did say hello to Sea Tripping with Kim and Scott.
We did. I'm pretty sure we did. But if we didn't, good morning.
Yes. Let's see. Sea Leg Journeys, and you can catch Sea Leg Journeys right after us. Go over there. He is Motivational Friday, I think it's called.
It should be called Chat with Chet. I'm not going to give up on that, Chet. Good morning, Robin. Chat with Chet.
And PSV Odyssey.
Good morning, driving and listening.
Thank you so much.
Hey, what about the Sun Pass? And you, instead of having to, remember when you had to stop and get the change out and throw it into the little container thing to get through the tolls? Or you had to stop because you only had cash and you had to get the attendant to give you the right change and stuff? That's something.
That is true. You're right on
Better roads also. Let's face it, the roads are much better now.
I'll tell you what I like is also when you're traveling and, you know, if you have that one lane where in certain,
you can go faster.
Towns, yeah, well, you just go by everybody.
I like
what's that called? HOV lane or H something. Anyway,
it's
you got to have more than one person in a car. And people used to put blow ups in their car.
I know. I remember that.
Yeah. I see. They're in Stirrup Key. Been there. Great place to snorkel right there.
Yeah, she's be there tomorrow. So you enjoy yourself.
Get in the water. There's a lot of fish there.
Sad day on Sunday though, Jen. You got to come back.
Let's see.
They look like they're having a blast. I've seen some really great pictures on Facebook. So
she wants to see this again. Really? Are you sure?
Can we see it again? Kurt's on the pole. Jen, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go, Jen. Okay. Thank you, Jen. Thank you so much. It makes me laugh every time I see it.
But earlier, what I was saying about Sea Leg Journeys, y'all should be able to go right over to there and
from here.
Mm-hmm. It should send you directly. Let me see in here. We got it down in here, and yes, it is. Today is the Friday Cruise Chat
Motivation.
Okay, motivation. I said motivational. Okay.
See, there was a chat with Chet in there. Chet's gonna chat.
Okay, Marsha. Venture Cast. Good morning. Thank you so much. You've been here before. Thank you so much for joining us today. So the question, and we've been in here talking about 15 minutes. Let's see how your question's doing. You got 20 votes in here so far. What is better, more useful now than when you were traveling when you were younger?
The invention of GPS was nice because, like I said, it was maps. So GPS, and that's got how many?
GPS has 55%. We have 20 votes in here. Internet is 35%, and cheaper flights is 5%. And
Kurt we couldn't think anything at the time.
We got those 5-minute deals last.
Card versus cash. I'm not saying get rid of cash. I'm just saying
it is easier.
It is convenient.
You're right.
When
especially
you go
at the
gas
station. Wow.
Yeah, when we go to the gas station, I'm like, even if we have cash, I'm like, no, just use the card. It's easier.
I'll be honest with you. It's just in the last year I've started using that thing where you can hold it against it and it'll
tap it.
Mm-hmm. That I love.
I do too.
I use it Dollar General all the
time. What are some other things, Curt? You were a child, and I can tell you that tents have gotten a lot better. And camping gear has gotten a lot better.
That kind of travel. Yeah. I would say, and that's just like people. Now, I've heard different things. When you talk about the world of cruising, how that changed for folks.
Yeah.
I hear good things like, okay, they used to bring out an ice sculpture and sculpt it in front of you and all that kind of stuff. That would have been exciting, but that ain't got nothing to really do with technology.
Sea Life Journey says cars with no air conditioning.
Where's he at?
And guys, remember having to roll down your window?
Yeah.
I remember those days.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Those are some things.
It is nice to have AC most of the time.
Cars have definitely, or vehicles in general.
Marsha had a great one earlier. For those of you that have children, seats. They have car seats now. When you were big enough to not be in the car seat at all, we didn't have no booster seat.
You laid in the back window.
We laid in the we were everywhere.
Dad slam on brakes, you end up in the floorboard.
I see. They had a Ford Granada, and we laid a bunch of us. I don't know how many of us went in this car. It was like 8 of us went in one time to the beach, and packed us all in there.
Seatbelts have gotten better too. It's not mom's hand anymore.
Yeah.
All these younger people are like, what are y'all talking about?
What are you doing? Why are you filling him up like that? Yeah. I don't know. I would think I do that to you. I just, if we're driving and we're hitting on these brakes.
John has a good one.
Where's John's at? Down here? Right here?
Sunburn on one side before you change the windows. Kurt and I have actually switched seats.
We need
because one side would get burnt. And the other side wouldn't be so like, Kurt, we need to drive because we need to switch because my arms
Where
getting
was
burnt.
we headed to? And we were headed we were headed to hell and into the sun.
I got a suntan.
She got suntan headed to, I think
it wasn't a good one, but I did get a little tan on my arms.
On her arms.
I actually peeled a little bit from that, which is funny because it was so cold and rainy the rest of the time. But we definitely need to get our car tinted. Mm-hmm. Tap it, Kurt. Tap it.
Jennifer,
my mom would always stick her arm out like that. Yes. My mom drove a Nova, and I'm sure she didn't drive at the speed limit, but I remember multiple times she used to put her hand over there to stop me from flying through the window.
Right here. I definitely remember laying in the back window on those road trips. Do y'all remember the beds? You put quarters. And at the hotel, the
oh my gosh, the vibrating beds. Gosh,
I remember seeing those. We never,
I remember those.
Nobody ever turned it on, but I remember them. Yep, shaky bed. Yep. Did you ever see one? Did you ever see one actually work? I never got to see one actually work. So
it just vibrated. It was
just in movies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's supposed to rock you to sleep. Is that what it's supposed to do?
I guess when you're traveling, I don't know. I didn't.
Anybody want to tell me what them shaky beds were used for?
Be careful what you ask for, Kurt. Well, hey, Venture cost. I can't see it, so I'm sorry.
I did right here, didn't I?
Venture Cast. I definitely remember.
Yeah, I just read that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
I didn't see
I know what you're doing right there. Yeah, cars.
Losing
we said this right here earlier. Cars with AC.
Yeah, I stole it from Chet. That's what
okay. Let's make sure I don't miss anybody up in here a little bit.
Oh my gosh! So we got in Mike and Ricky's van.
Mm-hmm.
How about the little?
We went to ride with them with the places,
so
and we were in hell. They drove us around along with ocean to ocean.
Yeah. We all could fit in there, which was great. But they had little televisions that you could stream movies and stuff.
Built into it. Now that's different. Now I know we had that for my kids. I know my parents they would take my kids places, and They always had it for them, but they bought some you strapped on. Now they're built into the vehicle.
Is there any little things that you can think of?
I can think of something that's, I don't know if it's different and better or what, but there used to be a lot more cars had what they call, it looked like a couch. The seat was all the way across. You didn't have that middle console thing or anything.
You have to have a line in the middle of the seat to keep the kids from killing each other. I'm just saying there should be a line drawn.
I'm talking about the front. I'm talking about that front seat.
Oh, that one.
Oh, that front seat. That front seat used
Remember that middle person that had to straddle the gear shift?
Well, yeah, and some vehicles, you like that. Actually did.
So let's get off of cars.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about cars. Okay. Tell me something else that has changed for travel.
Wait a minute. I want to read this.
We had a station wagon. I would be in the back window flipping off the people.
Oh my gosh.
I used to make faces at them,
Oh, here's one. I got one coming up. This is really good. Let's read this one, then I'll tell you one.
Shaky veds are for shaking the dirt off your fruits, bananas, pineapples, and vegetables, eggplants, cucumbers.
Is that what that's for? All right. Now, this reminds me of something.
8-track tapes.
Okay, I'll tell you one thing that has changed. Those of you, sometimes you like it, some don't. You can bring a radio station through on your phone. You could have Pandora. You could have Sirius radio. That's something different when it comes to travel.
Because if you remember, you
can also download.
Remember pushing the button to get the channel? Push a button in to get the channel.
Yeah.
And now much better audio systems.
You can download stuff, put it in your headphones or whatever those things are.
Which some people may say that's the devil, but the speakers that you can listen to music and you can set it. Well, they did a very good job when we had a pull out back and you were listening.
Yeah, that's good then.
But
I meant to take with you. I don't like them on a ship at all. Good morning there, Journey with the Gingers.
We were talking this morning, Lori. We're talking about things that are different from when you were younger compared to now that are better for travel.
Yeah, better.
Yeah. We got stuff a little bit.
It doesn't matter if it's planes, trains, automobiles, whatever you're talking about, or the hotels, whatever's made the process better. Of course, a lot of us are saying, and I agree, GPS just really
travel games
changed everything.
Do you remember having that board that had the bingo on it? And if you saw something, you could move the little thing over. Like, I see.
I know where some of them are at right now. Yeah.
Or we had to do I Spy, and that was it. That's what we did. Or you could count license plates. But there was no cool electronic game that you played while you're riding down the road. So that has changed.
I know something that happened more in the 90s was people would vanity plates, and you had to figure out the back of those.
John said not having to take the kids with us.
That's a big one. Starlink, that's a good one. Yeah. Let's see, not having to take the kids with you. That is something major that a lot of folks go, well, guess what? I don't have the kids. I don't have as much worries now. Yeah. Trying to pack them up and everything.
What's something that you take with you as far as personal items that are better now? Travel, like
like you named earlier, the suntan stuff and the luggage. Well, yeah.
We did not have compression zip cubes or the compression bags.
I don't remember my family ever having luggage that had rollers on it or the handles.
Oh, I think that
I always saw that.
That was ingenious. Okay.
But there's more of it now. There's not as much. Okay. Now I agree right here.
When we traveled with our parents, our dad used a CB radio to hear if the truck drivers gave warnings about speed checks ahead. I remember that. My stepdad did that too. Mm-hmm. Now they tell you just drive down the road. It says speed check ahead.
I actually had this in every car that I owned except my last two. And then that means I had it all the way up until I met her. I had it until I had the black car. The first car I never had a CB in.
Yeah.
And I've always had that, especially traveling interstates and stuff like that. Embarkation Nation. This is Andrew. I hope you're doing very well. Great Andrew picture. We posted that picture. Did you see? You ain't seen it.
I've seen the pictures of Andrew and Chloe.
No, you got to see on Facebook. It just got approved. It's on CME Traveling Community on Facebook. It's the private one, the group. Okay. Anyway, he's got a new poll picture.
Oh, I can't wait. I haven't seen that yet. No, I haven't seen that one. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, coffee makers in the room. Coffee makers, that is nice.
Not refrigerators in the room, the little mini fridges.
Yeah.
Microwave. Yeah. Hey, microwaves in general.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Well, the commercials. Yeah, they come up, but they have to. Having
the travel apps to book your travel. That's right. Book your travel online is better than having to actually call the airlines or go to the. Do you remember riding around finally get to the beach? You're excited about getting to the beach and you drive up and down to see who has that big red vacancy sign on. Do you remember that? And you're like, just want to get to the beach and get out there and play in the sand and stuff. Yeah. I would even say like the types of the ways that you can carry stuff to the beach. They make all these little carriers now for your chairs, and they make better chairs that you can carry on your back and all kinds of stuff.
You know what? She's right. There wasn't that many drive-throughs.
Yes,
that is true. There wasn't very many drive-throughs as a kid.
We had.
Yeah, she's right.
You ready for this? We had potted meat and crackers.
Mom fixed ham salad always. I wasn't. She should fix ham or something like that, little sandwiches. And my dad still takes a cooler. I take a cooler with us anywhere we go.
We still take
if we think we're going to be out, I'll go to Lynchburg. If I think I'm going to be out very long, I'll take a small little cooler just to keep my drink cold.
Yeah.
Here's some e-tickets instead of paper tickets.
That's a very good one. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. I never thought about that one. The process, it is, I'll tell you something that now being able to print off your own stuff here, to take a trip for the cruise or whatever.
At your house.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Being able to do that period, used to, you would have had to went through something or they would have mailed it to you,
and now you don't even have to print them out. You just give them your phone and say, here.
Oh, well, it's even more change. That's right. That's right. There's some going that way. Let's see right here. John Gaylor. We have they have a travel Keurig.
That's except on the show. Okay,
I got
that. Is very smart. Curt every time we go to a hotel, John, Curt makes that nasty hotel coffee, and then he goes, "This doesn't taste good." I'm like, you knew it wasn't gonna taste good. It never tastes good.
If they have the pods, I'm thieving them.
He takes them.
I don't thieve them because I paid for the room. They're mine. But
he takes them. He takes them.
I even take the decaf because
even though we don't drink decaf,
sometimes I might want a decaf here. Let's see right here. Embarkation.
I remember my mom would print on the directions.
That's what we were talking about that earlier.
What's that? The MapQuest thing.
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier.
Hey, what about what are other things like to literally take with you to travel that are better?
Yeah, you asked it, and I can't seem to think of it. Well, let me ask you something. Like, you can take a hair dryer now. Hair dryers used to be this big because women's hair was this big.
Hey, and you didn't have to worry about packing the Aquanet.
Took a flame starter with you. We got a couple of minutes here. Y'all have anything else? What's everybody doing? I hope y'all have a good weekend and everything, guys.
The food is better in the hotels that do breakfast now too.
Oh, AA for the trip maps. Yes, that is true.
We still stop. So like when we go on a trip somewhere, we'll stop in Florida Welcome Center or the Georgia Welcome Center.
I grab a map
just in case.
Every state that I can. I still have map books, back road books when I drove a truck for about 5 or 6 different states.
The road's probably not there anymore, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Why are we on a dirt road, Curt? It said it's here.
We've done that before.
Bigger the hair, closer to God.
Lori knows what we're talking about.
Yeah.
My grandmother's.
All right, let me close out this. Let me close this out real quick.
Okay.
Boom. All right, now we had 24 votes in. GPS got 62%. Internet got 29%. Cheaper flights got 4%. And so does using a card instead of cash, which I think is wonderful now that I thought about it. Mm-hmm. It got 4%. And this was all from your question. Thank you very much for answering.
Thanks for participating. This is a great show today. Thank you for, you brought me right down memory lane there with a lot of it. Mm-hmm. We really appreciate it.
We thought it was going to struggle. I did. I thought, man, this.
First, like, that's not a good question. I said,
well, we wasn't sure. One
of us was sure. The other one wasn't. Yeah. I'm always right.
When she was in the bathroom, she was not. Listen, guys, jump over there to Sea Leg Journeys. Tell Chet you came from over here. we'll talk to y'all Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
We're planning to be on Monday morning there, guys, 8 a.m. And this is CME Traveling.
Daily Coffee Talk.
Y'all have a blessed weekend and happy Easter, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, no.
Maybe not.
I think